when you walk in front of IFBB Pro Polona's camera. And who says gym culture is dead? I blame reality TV. No, it's fine, just a bit of roid rage between sets. Talking of which, Wes Watson is doing his final preparations for another stint in the slammer. It's like when it's back to school time and you have to get your hair cut. Do I have to, mum? Hold still, son. Oh, yeah. Been waiting for the bench for the past 45 minutes for this BS, bruh. I mean, fair enough. Probably don't film people in the gym, but they need to do Mario Kart somewhere else. The poor barbell just sat there. Never the bride, always the bridesmaid. If you're going to do that exercise, and I understand what they're trying to do, rotating a weight plate for their shoulders. Normally you do it alone with a weight plate, but each to their own. But don't take up a bench with a rack because people need it to bench press. How many sets of scrolling you got left, bro? 2 wrongs don't make a right, you dumbbell. I fear this made my day. I don't think he did that much, but that look might have been because he's concerned you're going to turn your knee into potato soup. I don't think that was a gym creep look or anything else. Other than, be careful with your exercise execution because once that knee pops, no amount of cameras and tripods will save you. Sam Sulek entered his first bodybuilding show and won. They made him take his cap off. Rude. Sam Sulek wins bodybuilding debut at 2025 NPC Legends Classic. Qualifies to compete at Arnold Amateur. I don't know how to judge bodybuilding because they all look amazing on stage to me, but he clearly has incredible definition and size and is most likely going to have an incredible bodybuilding career. Should have kept the hair though. Always keep as much hair as you possibly can is my life lesson. His abs look amazing. From what I've read, people are very impressed, but say he may need to work on his posing to bring out his legs more. Thankful to bring a solid first package. He won his class in the overall in his first show, which is an outstanding effort. He's being humble, which is absolutely shocking from someone in the fitness industry. My only concern, of course, is his health the more that he pushes the envelope, but I wish him the best in the future. There is a really interesting new study into protein intake while it's energy restriction in terms of maintaining maximal muscle mass. Our knowledge base is constantly evolving as more research comes out, and this study by Refalo et al., including Eric Helms in 2025, raises some more useful points. So these protein intakes are for lean people whilst in energy restriction, aka cutting, whilst wanting to maintain maximal muscle mass. That is the context. So bodybuilders, fitness competitors, sports people of various kinds, just your general savage in the gym. The researchers give a protein intake range from 1 gram per kilogram of body mass to 3 grams per kilogram of body mass, which is pretty high. The key points being the leaner the person, the lower the body fat percentage, the higher the protein should be, so towards the top end of that range. For non-athletes, protein up to 1.9 grams per kilogram of body mass is sufficient to not lose muscle mass, so they're essentially in the middle to the bottom end range. There is much nuance to the paper, but essentially for people dieting who are restricting energy intake and wanting to really maintain their muscle mass, a high protein intake is recommended by these researchers. I've referenced a paper down below for any of you who want to look more into it.
I completed the 30-day TREN challenge.
Who hasn't?
And the results might just shock you.
Not in the way you're expecting.
The challenge is simple. Take TREN for 30 days and see how much progress you can actually make.
Another teen trending hard because of tension on social media? Well, some things are worth risking your existence for. Here he is showing his 30-day gains where he started at 170 pounds and got to 192 pounds as a beginner on TREN because, you know, brain cells or so last year. But he doesn't stop there. He's multi-talented. Here he is on another compound challenge.
I literally looked like I got plastic surgery on my lips. They were so swollen and so huge, it was crazy. You guys have no idea how bad I wanted to quit this challenge. I had hives for almost a month now, and that is not normal. Face was starting to swell up and people were wondering what was wrong with me.
He claims a 30-pound increase in 30 days. Do you remember the limb lengthening guys from one of my previous videos? People who voluntarily have their bones snapped to add a few inches to their height.
So here's fibula, here's tibia, right? If you just break the tibia and you lengthen it, this one's still connected, so You have to break them both in order for you to be able to lengthen the...
This guy was 6 foot tall and over 300 pounds already when he decided he needed to get bigger.
The best way to do it with an external fixator is called LON, lengthening over nail, where you have an external fixator. Have you seen the video of me lengthening my legs at the mall?
So here he is doing his external fixator protocol. Never a chair free in the food court. Come on, mate, hurry up forcing your bones to grow so I can eat my tacos. So in the end, this made him 6'6" instead of 6 foot, and involved him having to learn how to walk again. Day 1 of walking laps with crutches every day for the next 2 months. And here he is learning how to squat again. In this post, he explains his family have had to see him recovering for 2 years. I don't understand why people are doing this. And this man was already tall, so that's what makes it all the more curious. Let me know your thoughts. Support my next blast with code ROW on today's new Youngler drop. I'd rather watch Rachel Ziegler in musical theatre every night for the next year rather than support your moronic quest.
How healthy am I really? Well, let's talk about it. I'm 22 years old. I trained for 4 years naturally, and then I hopped on PEDs when I was 21. So I've been on them for 1 year. I started at 140 pounds and now I'm 215 pounds at 9% body fat. I will tag him right here. He always makes me get blood work before, during, and post cycle to make sure everything is in check.
Until it isn't. And the comments praising him as a 23-year-old man pounding gear for doing it right. This has become way too normalized.
Okay, see Skeletor? That was me when I was 18 years old. I am now 22. 140 pounds. Another one. Slenderman needed his body back. Fast forward 3 cycles later to literally vanilli gorilli. I am not kidding. So yeah, 75 pounds in a couple years for...
Vanity at the expense of permanently altering how your body functions? Young guys who have hardly given their bodies time to grow, jumping on at such young ages due to impatience and the need for attention. Living life to the fullest even if it's brief. And to end. Here is another roid boy, but watch to the end. June 2022, 6 years training, 6 months before first cycle. Fresh, lean, happy, but eager to see what I could achieve. March 2024, 1 year and 3 months on. My final months on gear. Tired, inflamed, depressed, just ready to feel good about myself again. So in May 2024, I decided to make a change. Jan 2025, almost 8 months off gear, feeling better than ever. PEDs are not the answer. Staying lean, strong, healthy, and fit is. Well, that was refreshing. He went from boy band to Vinnie Jones tribute band.
Well, we'll do you a favour, mullet.
That awkward moment when the delivery man turns up. Hold on, I'm just filming my roid transformation in my pants. But what a good message that is. Shame he had to learn the hard way. Swollen, inflamed, depressed, heart problems, acne, hair loss. So he came off everything for 8 months. His test levels were awful because of PEDs altering how much test his body can produce. So he's had to go on TRT. I don't know how old he is. I think he's in his 20s. And he's already having to be on TRT.
If you're a creator on TikTok and your whole platform is based around talking about steroids, advising people what to take, getting excitement out of this, and also selling steroids, you are the scum of the earth. There are so many impressionable teenagers online, especially on TikTok, who are starting out in fitness and they're really eager to get bigger, and everyone nowadays wants things now. So a lot more people are jumping on steroids, especially when they're so glorified.
See you soon.